Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Somebody has messed up with these scripts and workflows. Let us see. Hello from Point. What is this? I have inactivated that as well. Oh, Sivijanan. Because of this, we will try that again. Let us go back. We won't get much of results in sweet answers for this because it is a very generic error that we are getting. But we will see. Landed cost is visible for us. It says it is because of the landed cost, which is hidden, which is not hidden, and we are able to see that. So this is not the solution for us. Let us see this. AP accounts with subsidiary. But we were able to do this earlier for the same item. I don't know. Why is it not working? Accounting. There is an error that we are getting while doing the item receipt, which we got yesterday also. When we were doing the blanket purchase orders, we were not able to complete the item receipt form. So that is what I'm trying to check now. Why exactly are we not able to? Not me, sir. What I'm trying to check is if it won't work this way. We are trying to check if these accounts that are defined here are already for the all the subsidiaries are not. Then this is include children. This is include children for zoo. This is also included children. 10. 12, 10 we already checked. This is also included children. What is the issue? Zero. The chart of accounts look fine. Then what else could be the problem? There is an issue. Let's see if it is happening only with this item. What we'll do is we'll try to change the item. It could be a problem with the item setup also. So what we'll do is we'll just get rid of this item, which we were able to do earlier. I don't know why it shouldn't work, but we'll see. So we're trying to see if it is an item issue or if it is a form issue that we have with this. So I just saved with another item. We will see. It's a problem with the form only. Let me see why we are not able to do that. So meanwhile, let's try to do a transfer. What else? Let me try doing one thing. We will do a sale order with the same location as of now. And then we'll try to do something else. We'll see the customer with this subsidiary. Give me a second. I'll see why we are not able to do that item receipt over there. For now, what we'll do is we will go to the location first. And we'll see which location does the CA1 belong to. The CA1 belongs to Canada subsidiary. I think so. Canada. So now we need to check out for a customer who is from Canada. Is the subsidiary listed here already? We'll pull it out, no issues. So this is the same search that I'm doing now to just bring in the subsidiary which is not visible here as of now. So scroll down, add the subsidiary. This is the one that we just created. So we'll edit this. No, is this the one? I don't know. No, I don't think this is the one that we created. Pretty new. Because we're not able to find that customer in the selection. It is active. Why am I not getting it? Somebody has changed this customer ID, you see. That is the reason we are seeing that over there. So this number 3 is Gabriel's solutions actually. Somebody has changed it. The customer IDs are visible, and that's the reason we are not able to see with the names. Just fine. So let's see. Select the item. So under say one location, you have on hand 13 with which we'll be able to fulfill. New body again. So I have saved my sales order now, and I can do an item fulfillment as well. So what I tried to do is we actually tried to send it to a different customer with a different location. That did not work. So I wanted to do an item receipt which has an issue at this point in time. We are not able to process the item receipts. And that's the reason I have selected a customer from a same subsidiary in the same location where we have inventory already. The 13 inventory that we have already inside. So we are actually trying to process the same. Once you click on the fulfill button, you will be able to see that the quantity of the on hand is 13 at that location. And we're trying to ship out 10. So once you save, this will ship the material out of the warehouse to the customer. The 10 quantity, that whatever quantity that we're trying to ship out, this is exactly what we are trying to fulfill at this point in time. Mark packed and mark shipped are the next step. So we are packing a material now. The warehouse people will pack the material and click on mark as packed. So once the truck arrives in the location and when it's gone out, then just click on mark shipped, so that the shipment is completed now. So if you go back to your item again, you will notice that the inventory on hand is only just 3 and not 13 now. I think it's not yet updated. The inventory on hand is actually only 3 because the fulfillment is completed already. So after the item is fulfilled, you will have the GL impact as well. Again on the bill, there's a GL impact. 1 second. Let us go back to the item fulfillment page. It is so strange, even the item fulfillment GL impacts are not showing up. There seems to be some issue. So when the item fulfillment is done, there is something called as COGS, cost of goods sold. That particular cost of goods sold will be a debit. And then the sales out of GL will be a credit, which is not being shown up as of now, but that's. So once the item fulfillment is done under the transactions, you will see that you can actually create an invoice. So when you are creating a purchase order, the bill that you generate is called a vendor bill. And when you're creating a sale order, what you're trying to generate is called as an invoice. So you click on this bill, it will take you to the invoice page. Hold on. I think this is a drop shipment that got created because of the item. I think I know what it is. 1 second. on the item. If you remember, we have actually created it as a dropship item. And that is the reason it shows. So, if you remember, I have spoken about a dropship purchase order. What dropship means is the inventory does not come into our warehouse. The vendor will directly ship out the inventory to the customer's place, and that is what your dropship actually does. The other thing has been exceeded, which is the credit limit. We have just set up a warning on that. So that's fine. We are making a payment to the vendor now. Don't get confused with this. Usually in a normal sale order scenario, what happens is you create a sales order, you do an item receipt, and you do a customer invoice directly. You know we are getting the payment from the customer and then we do an invoice. But this is a dropship model that I'm showing you now, which is the vendor will directly ship out the material to the customer's place. So if you see, the $6,543 is a credit that we had from the previous transaction that we have done. If you remember, that's what it is. Let's go back to the item fulfillment. See, now it is shipped. It is fully billed. The purchase order that we have done is fully built now. So if you go back to the item, I think it should show. This will not consume the material from our inventory. I'll show you why. So if you see, the quantity on hand is still showing 13. The reason is, just visualize this, guys. There is an item which is called a dropship item. And this particular item, the vendor, whoever is the vendor, will ship out the material from their warehouse to the customer warehouse. So whatever we have in our inventory will not be consumed if it is a dropship item. This inventory would still be there. If you remove that dropship option from the item, what I'm talking about is if you go to the item. This is the item. If you scroll up, I said that this is a dropship item. So next time when I'm actually doing a sale order, if I remove this dropship option that I have here, when I edit and I remove the dropship option, then the material which is consumed on this will be from our warehouse. As of now, the vendor has shipped out this material from their warehouse to the customer warehouse. So this is one concept of the sale order that I have shown you now, wherein I have defined this item as a dropship item. And when this happens, whatever equipment, whatever material that we have in our warehouse, this will not get impacted. The vendor will ship out the material from their warehouse to the customer warehouse. So now I can create a invoice which is for the sale order that we have done. And what is the invoice amount? It 410. There was no GL impact on that item fulfillment because the items were shipped out from the vendor to the customer's place. And that is the reason there is no GL impact. So we are creating a customer invoice now, and we have to accept the payment from the customer. That is the next step in the sale order process. So hope this is clear. Any questions on that? I know the concept was a little confusing, but did you understand what I did here? A little bit, sir. That's so confusing today. Don't get confused. What we did now is a dropship sale order. So whenever we are doing a dropship sale order, the inventory that we have with us will not get impacted because the vendor will ship out the equipment directly to the customer. That is the only thing which happened here on the dropship. So we are accepting the payment now. This is called as a payment. So outside of the NetSuite, probably the customer made a payment through a check or through net banking or anyways. I mean, you can actually show that in your bank, and once that payment is made outside of the NetSuite, then you have to record the same payment in NetSuite as well. So you just do a accept customer payment over here, and that can be done. The payment is accepted now, which is not yet deposited to the bank account. That is fine. So there is something called as bank deposits that you do. And you can take the payment into your bank once the bank deposits are done. Any questions on this? I will show you the normal sales order now, how the normal sales order would actually be. I can show that to you. See this. This is the payment that we have done. And deposit form is this way saying that it can be deposited to the bank. This is the final transaction. We will see the item returns later on. But now what I'll do is, let's go back to the inventory item. And then I will edit this. Go down and say that this is not a dropship item anymore. I don't want it to be a dropship item. Save it. So now we'll do the same thing. We will go back to our sale order. Create enter sales order. We will set our customer as 3. The location will be K1 that we're trying to ship out the material from. So we'll select K1. Scroll down, take the item. This is the general sale order process that I'm showing you now how things work. Say transactions, sales, enter sales orders. Customer will be. You're able to see my screen. Yes, location will be key one. Scroll down and enter the item. Quantity is 10. The available quantity is still 30. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.